Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. The audience at the meeting with Go Dau District People Committee in the afternoon of June 14, the leaders of the Provincial People Committee stated that the district economy had quite high growth in the first 6 months of 2022. This is a sign of a strong economic recovery after the COVID-19 pandemic.
In the first half of the year, the total production value in Go Dau District increased by 13.7%, ranking the first place among 9 districts, towns and cities. The district road rate is higher than the province average road rate. As of May 21, 2022, budget revenue reached over 145 billion Vietnam dong, reaching 78% of the estimate, an increase of nearly 67% over the same period, ranking the third place in the province. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, praised Go Dau District for achieving high budget revenue. The indicators clearly reflect the rapid recovery of the economy. However, Go Dau District needs to accelerate disbursements of basic construction capital because by the end of May, the district disbursements for the new capital of basic construction just reached 31%. Go Dau District is publicly publishing its land use plan to 2030 and the district land use plan in 2022. In the field of basic construction, 65 new constructions have been newly started, 20 have been completed and put into use. The district continues to direct the implementation of site clearance and strive to complete the new rural area construction in 2022. In order to perform the task in the last 6 months of the year with the best result, the Appeals Committee of Go Dau District has 4 recommendations to the provincial leaders. Firstly, Provincial Appeals Committee amends Decision number 17 dated April 2, 2015 of the Ninh Provincial Appeals Committee to suit the actual situation. Amend Decision number 58 in 2020 on housing unit prices, construction works and architecture objects to suit the present. Secondly, the Provincial Appeals Committee should propose the Ministry of Finance to amend, supplement, or replace Circular number 74 of May 15, 2015 on guiding the preparation, use and payment of costs for implementing compensation, support and resettlement when the state recovers land, urban infrastructure project adapting to climate change in Go Dau, TayNinhTV province has been approved and proposed for implementation by the government. Thirdly, the Provincial Appeals Committee should submit the government for permission to separate the site clearance compensation of a project in the project so that the district can perform the compensation and site clearance in advance, creating favorable conditions for the construction and disbursement of capital later. In the period of 2021-2025, the district strives to achieve a new rural district and become Go Dau. And finally, it proposed the Provincial People's Committee to support more capital for the district to continue urban embellishment work. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, directed leaders of provincial departments and branches to clarify the contents proposed by Go Dau District and provide necessary information.
On June 14, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Hùng chaired the handover ceremony of the Provincial Party Standing Committee decision on appointment and consolidation of the Member Council to April 30, TayNinhTV One-Member Company Limited.
On May 19, 2022, the Provincial Party Standing Committee issued Decision number 1789 on approving the party's plan to reorganize enterprises in the form of merger in which TayNinhTV Product Trade Service One-Member Company Limited merged into April 30 TayNinhTV One-Member Company Limited and changed its name to April 30 TayNinhTV One-Member Company Limited. In order to promptly consolidate personnel to ensure the production and business tasks of the company after the merger, the Standing Board of the Provincial Party Committee has decided to appoint the board of members of the April 30 TayNinhTV One-Member Company Limited, consisting 5 members, Also at the ceremony, the board of members of the company decided to appoint Mr. Phạm Văn Hải to hold the position of the director of April 30 TayNinhTV member company limited.
In the afternoon of June 15, in Ho Chi Minh City, the Legal Research Institute for Business and Consumer Protection held the launching ceremony of the Scientific and Legal Council and established the Vietnam Startup Entrepreneurs Club.
The event of the Industrial Revolution 4.0 caused the startup and innovation movement in our country to develop explosively new strength and outstanding effective technology trends. Business models have formed like a storm. However, the difficulty of these innovative business models is the legal barrier that has not been adjusted appropriately. Understanding this, the Legal Research Institute for Business and Consumer Protection decided to launch the Legal and Scientific Council. This will be a reliable arrest to help the business community and enterprises to research on difficult issues related to legal and business activities. In addition, in response to the national entrepreneurship movement launched by the government, on this occasion, the Legal Research Institute for Business and Consumer Protection also announced and awarded the decision to establish the Vietnam Startup Entrepreneurs Club. Also in the event, the Vietnam Startup Entrepreneurs Club signed a contract to receive the Vietnamese online TV social channel from the Vietnam Talent and Business Development Institute. This is a premise to help the club maximize its strength, connectivity, and capacity to create an ecosystem of startup business community across the country. Currently, the new rural communes in the city have been making efforts to fulfill the criteria for building advanced new rural communes for the period of 2021-2025, in which the work of mobilizing people to register for collecting daily life waste in rural communes is a difficult problem and also a barrier to fulfilling environmental criteria of localities. In Ben Minh commune in the city, over the past time, the propaganda and mobilization of people to participate in environmental sanitation and registration of daily life waste collection has always been focused by the locality and received the response and agreement of the majority of people in the residential area who registered to collect household waste. However, it still has some limitations and difficulties in mobilizing people to register for household waste collection, so the achieved rate is still very low compared to the requirements of the set criteria. The main reason leading to difficulty is that the awareness of environmental protection in daily life as well as in production is still low. In the coming time, the locality will continue to strengthen propaganda, mobilizing people to register for waste collection, as well as strengthening habits of arbitrary waste treatment, and the registration of garbage collection will be a criterion for emulation activities in residential areas, contributing to the protection of an increasingly green, clean, beautiful environment, and complete the local roadmap to build an advanced new countryside in the period of 2021-2025. In the morning of June 15, the Provincial Youth Union of Agencies and Enterprises block together with the youth unions of the Department of Finance, the Department of Planning and Investment, and the Department of Information and Communications coordinated to organize activities in response to the Pink Holiday campaign in 2022 in Ben Cau district. In Tinh Thuận commune, the units organized the journey to connect volunteers and love for the fatherland with the activity of giving 30 welfare bags, each containing rice, instant noodles, and other necessities for the people in difficult circumstances in the commune. The delegation also visited border landmark 171. Here, union members and youth of the units listened to officers and soldiers of Mobile International Border Guard Station propagate about its historical significance. The units also gave the officers and soldiers of Mokba International Border Guard Station a gift, expressing the spirit of youth towards the border of the country. At the end of the program, the units visited and presented 300 liters of gasoline, equivalent to 10 million Việt Nam đồng, to support the operation of the Model Zero Việt Nam đồng ambulance of An Thạnh commune.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Public Security has just organized an art exchange program to honor the nation's typical commune police chiefs in Hanoi, and 4 typical individuals obtaining public security force were among those honored at the conference.
4 typical individuals obtaining public security were honored, including Major Nguyễn Ngọc Hương Giang, Chief of Police of Anchor Commune Châu Thành District, Major Huỳnh Trung Dũng, Chief of Police of Thạnh Bình Commune Tân Biên District, Captain Ngô Vũ Bảo, Chief of Police of Tela Commune Dung Châu District, and Captain Nguyễn Thanh Liêm, Deputy Chief of Police of Tân Bình Commune Tây City. With the team living in the heart of people, role-specific and practical stories, many collectives and individuals of regular commune police rarely become source to ensure security and order at the grassroots. Through sketch, the life art performance and exchanges of advanced examples of the commune police in the program has more clearly portrayed the image of a regular police officer in the communes, transforming difficulties, challenges into the driving force, always close to the people, listen to, promptly resolve the legitimate talks and aspirations of the people with the motto, whenever the people need. Whenever the people are difficult, the police are present. 2 of the typical individuals obtaining police honor at the conference, including Captain Ngô Vũ Bảo and Major Huỳnh Trung Dũng, shared their feelings. Recently, I was very honored to attend the conference honoring the Chief of Commune Police in Hanoi capital. I am very honored to be one of 63 chiefs of commune police in the country to be honored on this occasion. This is a great encouragement and source of motivation for me to continuously strive, reserve, and promote more achievements in the past time. Through the typical examples, I also see that I need to make more efforts, learn from the experience that the commune police have shared through the exchange conference, so that in the coming time I will complete the assigned task well, so as not to betray the trust of the party and state with the task assigned to me. When being assigned to the commune level police force, the communal police force always spends a lot of time researching and applying many new management solutions in the performance of police operations in order to propose specific solutions suitable to the real situation of locality. To do that, they must have a strong attachment to the people and rely on them. It is not only the approach for typical examples, but also the commune police force arranged according to the scheme of the Ministry of Public Security, still follow the grassroots day and night, connect the people, prevent and promptly handle the incidents happening in the locality, contributing to ensuring social order and safety. The achieved results when the Ministry of Public Security completed the assignment of regular police officers to assume the position of commune police throughout the country, confirm the correct policy and strategy of the party and state, with the attention of local government committees at all levels, and the support and consensus of the people. 63 advanced examples were honored as the precious flowers. Typical sketches of more than 48,500 commune police officers and soldiers who are overcoming hardships day and night, successfully completing the tasks assigned by the party and state and entrusted by the people. Thereby, it encourages and gives strength so that they continue to uphold the sense of responsibility, constantly strive, and successfully carry out the task of ensuring security and order.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.